Hi, this is Toni Wade, the Compassionate Investor, and today we're talking about transitional housing and specifically about how do you go about identifying your partners and building relationships. Now let me tell you, this is the one thing that has truly made my business go to the next level. And let me tell you why. See, it's important that as you build relationships with people, that you really are serious about wanting to do this type of work. And I want to preface the conversation with, I know we're real estate investors, we love making money, and I do too. But if it's to compromise the things that we want to build going forward, those are things I can't compromise. And identifying who your partners are and building relationships, this is a relational business that we're in. Putting people into transitional housing is about the relationships that you build with people. So I want to just say, if you're getting into this just from the standpoint of money, I just want you to reconsider why you want to get into this business, because it is truly that heart work we're talking about and truly wanting to help people who are at a disadvantage and need your type of housing, because the program you create is going to be one that is yours, not mine. I mean, yeah, you could follow my model, but this you need to own. And by owning it, you have to be able to be encouraged and determined to create relationships with people that you can build on. So hopefully you're getting into it for the right reasons. And now we're going to talk about exactly how you go about doing that. So as I got into this business, because I specifically work with 3 types of populations, so I start building relationships with those that made sense. So I work with those who are coming out of incarceration, so justice-involved individuals. I work with those who are unhoused, who are looking for housing. And then I also work with those who want to stay in recovery. So those are the type of housings that I look at. So recovery, those who are in justice-involved with individuals, and then those who are unhoused. So as you go in looking for a partner, you want people who work with those populations, and that's how you sort of get started. So when I first started, I actually worked with probation and parole a lot. So I would get I'd run into a PO and I'd be like, oh, hey, great, my name is Toni Wade. I provide housing for people who are coming out of prison. And they're like, okay, great. So we exchange cards, and when I get that card, I actually have an email model that I send out. It's a template, and it's just basically, hi, this is Toni Wade. It was nice meeting you. Here's some of the things that we do in the HomeQuest group. And then, I talk about all the details, and I say, here is a link to our properties. So there's an actual link in the email so they can click on it. And a lot of our properties we actually advertise through our software system. So it allows for you to be able to see the property. You'll see the video to the property. You'll see the details to the property. You'll see what it is that we do in the property. Like, I'm very intentional about creating that relationship up front and that they have all my information. Then I tag at the end saying, please feel free to share this with your clients and with your colleagues, because my goal is to have more than just one person who's working with me, but multiple people, right? So as I do that as a first step, it allows for me to be able to continually build a relationship with these individuals. And like I said, I have 3 different areas that I focus on. So imagine the type of traffic that we're getting right now. And I really am very intentional about the relationships that I'm building with them. So as they are communicating with me via email or giving us a call at the office, we are focusing on what their needs are and trying to meet that need and working with them. We've got relationships that are years stretched out that we're building with people, even to the point where when people leave, they then connect us with the person who's replacing them, and now they've connected us back because they're about continuing that relationship, and those things are very important. Let me also say this too, because as you're building relationships, there is going to come a time where it's not going to be so great. You might get something where someone had to be ejected from your program. And those are hard conversations to have. But it's how you handle it, I believe, that will either secure that relationship and continue to foster it, or it can destroy it. And I can't promise you one way or the other how it needs to work. You just need to be solid on how if you can go about just trying to figure out how you can resolve it and make it better, that's your main goal. One particular incident that I can share that we had as an experience that could have gone really bad. We had an individual we were working with an agency, and he was dealing with some serious issues. And as he was dealing with those issues, he caught fire to our back porch, right? So that could have ended very badly for us. And long story short, because the agency was extremely apologetic about what happened, but they immediately addressed the need and corrected the problem. Now that could have gone sideways. That could have gone like, well, I'm sorry, that's something that we can't do for you. But if you're working with an agency and you guys are creating a relationship with each other, then they should be willing to be able to help you through those issues. And they fixed that problem. But I also have situations that didn't work out so well. So you want to make sure that you are moving in a way that you're moving in integrity. You're trying to help fix the situation and make it better. But those are the type of things that I do to just make sure I continually build a relationship with these individuals. Also, as we're talking about building relationships, because sometimes you just have to, you do things different than anyone else, because it's not just about you getting what you need, but also giving them what they need. So sometimes I just might shoot an email saying, hey, this is Toni, we're just touching base to see how everything's going. Is there anything that we can do differently to make the experience better for you? Or is there any immediate need that you have that I might be able to assist you with? See, it's more than just about you. You're building relationships with people. You're wanting to help them meet their needs and then help you meet your needs. And by building that relationship, you are going to foster such amazing relationships with people that will continue and take you forward in what you are building. And those are the things that have helped us position ourselves in such a way that we are truly that go-to person, that go-to company that people come to when they need housing for their clients. And that's what you want to do. We probably average anywhere from 25 to 30 phone calls a day where we're constantly responding to people who have this need, and we're getting them from all types of niches, from those who are just now coming out of incarceration to those who, are unhoused and they need an immediate need filled and they know that you have housing. So you want to be that go-to person. I also want to say too, make sure you're building a network of individuals who do what you do, because you're going to get to a point where you're full. Like we're full now, we're always full. But I like making connections with other people who are similar to what we do so we can refer them, because they will appreciate that even though you might not be able to house and support them there, you're here of service to them. How can you help meet their need? And providing them somewhere else where they can go and have that resource, it's all about building relationships. So I want to encourage you to get into this for the right reasons. Get into it to not just make sure your needs are met and make money, but truly helping the clients that you're serving and also the agencies that you're partnering with. So hopefully you enjoyed the information that we shared today, and if you did, then stay tuned.